You're listening to The Metal Lens. Life, the universe, and everything from a metal point of view.
And we're back.
And we are.
If you are prepared or not.
Dude, I am prepared for shit right now.
We are previously recorded.
Yeah, recorded for your previously for your viewing pleasure.
So that means only one thing, it is Friday.
Yeah, it is. Friday, August 21st, 2020. The grimiest year so far in my life. All kinds of weird shit just keeps happening.
Yeah,
From cancer to COVID to fucking twin hurricanes.
So like there's two, right? There's two out there. There's two. So, like one
It's
coming
not funny.
in low to the west, and the other one coming in high to the east. So, it was funny at work today. You guys like, well, it's happened before, like. No big deal, like it's a common occurrence. Well, the last time it happened was 1930 and that was it. And that was before we even started naming storms, so it's not really a common occurrence, motherfucker.
Well, you know, a lot of things have happened before, you know, like fucking, you know, solar
Well, it's happened before.
solar winds destroying the...
No, this is like, and so, like, unless my math is wrong, like, if they come into the Gulf of Mexico and they kind of like merge, 1 and 1 makes 2? Or 2, 1 plus 1, 2.
They become one. Two become one, but that's the... Yeah, Nicole was showing me that earlier.
There's a name for that.
Yeah, it's like some Japanese name. What she
Fujiwhara.
Yeah, something like that.
Serious, look it up.
Because apparently it happens in the Pacific.
Oh, Fujiwhara.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what is gonna happen, but I can tell you what could happen.
Well, what I was trying to get at the math was 1 plus 1 equals
One, yeah,
2.
Yeah.
Just 2.
Mega hurricane, I guess. You know, I mean, I don't know if the math is that linear. If 2 Category 2 hurricanes equals 1 Category 4, I was kind of hoping if one's spinning in one direction, the other's spinning in another direction, they just kind of cancel each other out and they go
so
away.
you're right. So that can happen. So like they go kind of clockwise, right? So like this one's spinning this way, and this one's also spinning this way. So if this one's coming in like, I just hit the mic. If this is coming in counterclockwise and this one's coming in counterclockwise, they're doing this, right? So at this point, right here, when these two go like this, that's about where we might end up, where we are. I mean, I don't think so. It's probably not probable. But just in case we were, like, wouldn't that be like a vortex of fuck me tornadoes right there?
It would be a vortex of I don't
If
want to
they
be
didn't
anywhere
merge.
near there, whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's right. So counterclockwise,
Well, they're both going to
counterclockwise. So they're going to do this. Bink, dink, right there.
as opposed to like if one was going there and there. Hold on, yeah, it would be like a gear, you know. They'd be kind of maybe feeding each other.
Right. It
Okay.
would not be a gear. It'd be the
Yeah,
opposite of a
the
gear.
opposite
It
of a
would
gear.
kind of fuck each other,
Well, anyway,
which would fuck us, I guess.
yeah. Either way, it's probably not going to be a great thing.
Nah, it looks like
whatever
the one
happens.
to the west is probably going to hit Texas, and the other one's going to hit Florida.
Once again, sparing the most important people, us.
Yes, this is since we live in the asshole of the country.
Well, I was thinking about that because, I mean, it is August 21st and, you know, it's only uphill from here unless, a hurricane happens. I mean, it actually feels rather pleasant out right now.
Yeah, it's definitely
Considering
a
it's-
break from the oppressive heat we've been having.
Right. That's just sort of like a little treat that nature gives us before she fucks us.
And I've been in it because I've been having baseball practice with the youngin', and
Yeah,
we had a good practice today, though.
that's good.
Nothing takes out the frustration of a week of work of beating baseballs at little kids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got one good, too. So, dude, come on, dude. You hitting them cupcakes, man. Give him one. Dude, rock, because we're using a fungo. If you don't know, it's a wooden bat. And, dude, it's hard to do that with 10-year-olds. You put two hands on a wooden bat that you just scream a freaking baseball at a kid, and dude hit him right in the hand.
Oh.
I mean, you just meat.
Oh.
He went down. He cried.
Yeah.
He came back. He was okay.
There you go. They're made of rubber at that age.
Catch you with your glove.
Mm-hmm. So that's happening right now in the Gulf. You know what is actually kind of interesting? The thing that the graphic that Nicole showed me was that if they get close enough and affect one another's forces, they start to kind of they'll do like this. They'll find almost like a center of gravity kind of thing, and they'll start to dance, and then they start to merge. And I realize that's the same kind of shit that black holes do when they start to collide.
Yeah, that is what they do.
They kind of swirl around one another until they find like a center, almost like a dual center of gravity. Like the two of them, their forces that they're putting on each other creates a center of gravity, literally, that's in the center of them, and that pulls them in their own tidal, and then they become one supermassive.
Until we have Fujiwhara.
Until we have Fujiwhara. That, yeah.
No, that's really a thing. It's Fugiwhara.
Okay.
Fujiwhara.
Okay. The Japanese among you feel free to correct.
Apparently, that happens with cyclones over there.
So that's
We don't have cyclones.
Well, no, it's the same thing. It's just what they call a hurricane in the Pacific.
Well, yeah, but they turn the opposite.
They go to the opposite direction. Yeah.
They turn clockwise. Ours turns counterclockwise.
So what is it? So the difference is Mexico or like what? Or the equator? The spin.
No, it's the hemisphere.
The hemisphere. Okay, so yeah, so the equator.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, because isn't Australia, the fucking the toilet bowls.
I was gonna say that. I heard
I
that,
don't
but
know
then
if
I
that's
heard that
true or
was
not.
I heard that was bullshit.
It might
I mean,
be just complete bullshit.
yeah, I don't. Like I said, I'm not a scienticianographer.
Because dependent on the way I plummet, I could probably make a toilet spin any way I want. So,
well,
I don't think it has anything to do with some force of nature that makes you.
yeah. I don't know. Well, it's I don't know. I just got to plead.
Please comment below.
Yeah, please correct us. Jackasses we are.
Delirious today.
Yeah. Well, so 2020. I regret having omitted something from the previous episode. I was actually looking at my notes here and realized that I was supposed to dig up a clip, a special little clip of Val Kilmer post-tracheotomy.
Oh, yeah.
Which you...
yeah, I just shared that with Ramon, and it's a tough watch if you haven't seen it, dude. I mean, I don't know what the shit happened to Val Kilmer in his career. He was a striking young man, but he didn't age very well. He had throat cancer.
Yeah.
And then he's got a tracheotomy, so now
he's got the
tracheotomy, man.
Well, I mean, the thing is, but it sounds like even worse than that.
Yeah,
it sounds pretty.
It's pretty bad.
It's incomprehensible. Actually, they had to have subtitles for Val Kilmer, which is sad. I mean, he did a lot of movies that I kind of,
I'm Batman.
Well, I didn't see those Batman movies, man. After the Keaton, I just did a couple Keaton films. I didn't bother with them until Christopher Nolan did his movies. But he was in what was that movie? Top Secret. You remember that one?
Oh yeah. That was good.
It was kind of like an airplane kind of movie, but it was
Top Secret was really
Chocolate
good.
Mousse and
it was with the Germans and stuff.
It was like a World War II thing.
Yeah, World War II thing. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Real Genius, Top Gun, these flicks from the 80s. But yeah, Val Kilmer, all right, he's got a thing. But kind of topical. I was going to bring the subject of vocals up.
Oh yeah.
If you got any, I don't have any news or anything like that.
Well, and I mean, he wouldn't be. I mean, if he can get some force behind it, maybe Valve's got a little career there.
It sounds kind of raspy. It doesn't seem to have a lot of power behind it.
Well, what's that? It's a kind of it's like an extreme type of metal, extreme music. Shit, there's a fucking name for it. It's kind of like Gorguts. It's kind of bouncy, like. What is that?
That's like gore grind.
Yeah, it's like
Like gut and cock and ball torture and
I mean,
yeah.
he could probably work for that. Maybe we want to shoot that and pass that by Val.
I mean, he's got a new career in it. Spend his remaining years gurgling into a microphone in front of a bunch of Japanese sadomasochistic musicians. Okay, well, I'll run that past his agent and see. But you showed me that interview, and did it say that he had just done, like Reed
Top Gun
brought back the Iceman character.
Yeah. I don't know if that was. I'm sure that was pre-tracheotomy.
I kind of assume so.
Yeah.
I don't know if his acting career is.
Fuck you! I'm the best pilot. Was it Goose or something?
Maverick,
Iceman?
Iceman.
Goose
I think it was. I don't remember. I think Goose was your boy from Revenge of the Nerds, right? Or am I completely remembering that wrong?
Who, Booger?
Not Booger, no. But Skolnick, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Wasn't it? Oh, no. Here we go.
Highway to the danger zone. It's probably a highlight of that movie, anyway.
What? Kenny Loggins?
Yeah.
That's yeah. Here we go. Alex Skolnick. I don't know what is up with my voice right now. All of a sudden, I'm talking like I don't know, man. I think it might have been that video of Val Kilmer. Kind of brought up the inner tracheotomy recipient in me. Anthony Edwards. Wasn't that him? Hold on. Let me scroll back. Yeah, Goose. He was Goose. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was Goose.
Okay, now
in Top Gun. Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was Goose and
But Booger's been pretty successful.
Val Kilmer was Iceman.
Yeah.
Booger. Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
He was in like
He was in like all kinds of stuff.
Well,
not like any leading things, but he's been somewhat busy. He did commercials and stuff. And
wait a minute, hold on, Booger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the guy. Wait, that was the guy who played Eki in One Crazy Summer, I think.
Yeah, he was in that.
Am I thinking of the right
one?
Booger. Curtis Armstrong. That dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
He's had an all right career. I mean, he's been somewhat busy.
Shit, I guess so. He's still doing shit. A bunch of TV work that, I mean, I've not seen any of these TV shows, but MacGyver 2017? MacGyver 2017?
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Well, I mean, 2017, you probably haven't, but shit, I don't know. Maybe you have. That's kind of obscure. I didn't know they did I didn't know they did a MacGyver in 2017. Was that I'm about to go down a rabbit hole here. If I keep up with the IMDb bullshit, MacGyver 2017.
You know, for the guy that played Booger in Revenge of the Nerds.
He was Booger, yeah. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, he did a bunch of TV shit. So good on him. But yeah, man, I don't have anything in the way of metal news, or any news for that matter, except for the Twin Hurricane thing, which is awesome. Which is great. We got like a fucking conference that we are doing at work, and I think and the prime day is on Wednesday, which is supposed to be like, you know, when it hits. We'll see. Hopefully it'll just kind of annoy Texas, annoy Florida, fizzle into nothing, and just leave us the hell alone. Because I don't have time for that shit. So what you got? As he smoothly transitions to beer.
Oh, Metallica's in the news again.
Oh, really? Wow,
yeah,
that's really
James
exciting.
is back in rehab.
Again?
Good for you. I don't give a fuck.
I'll drink to that.
Corey Taylor's in the news again. I don't even know what he does.
I don't know, don't care, don't.
He's got to have something to do with Slipknot, and
it's yeah. By which I am completely and utterly, absolutely, and without a doubt unimpressed. I remain so, and I predict I will continue to remain so to my dying day, because it's gonna get me onto a Metallica rant. Please change the subject.
Okay, so this is the main thing. I was going through Metal Hammer, and I kind of like Metal Hammer.
All right, yeah, we mentioned that. I think last time.
They had some. I don't know. D. Snyder. Anyway, the main thing that I wanted to share was, and dude, you're gonna love this. Are you sitting down?
Hold on. Wait. Let me sit down. All right, hit me.
Megadeth is going to put out a tell-all book about the release, production, and success of Rust in Peace.
All right. A book or a documentary?
A book.
A book.
A book all about Rust in Peace.
Rust in Peace. Is there a tentative title?
Well, hang on. Let me go right back to this, and I should be able to pull it.
I will open up another can of seltzer water.
Do you have any extra cans?
Oh, yeah. Here. Let me do the surreptitious, underhanded pass.
Yeah, and I have something to.
There you go. Where, unless they sponsor us.
Okay, so Megadeth's Dave Mustaine to release Rust in Peace book. Mustaine's autobiography will focus on the recording and release of Megadeth's 1990 album Rust in Peace.
The number one in our list. Which I am proud to go ahead and point out once more, because that was remains a phenomenal, completely re-listenable.
So the title would be
album.
Rust in Peace, the inside story of the Megadeth masterpiece. Will be published on October 15th. And it's said to be about perseverance and scraping off the rust that builds over time on everything, ourselves, our relationships, pop culture, and music. A statement on the book released in 1990 at an incredible time of flux and creativity in the rock world, the Rust in Peace still stands as one of the greatest metal albums ever made. I concur. In his new book, Mustaine reveals the process of establishing Megadeth's lineup and hiring the band and supporting cast. He details the pains of trying to handle the ensuing success and ultimately the pressure of fame and fortune that caused the band to finally break up. He also takes a hard look at the music landscape of the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
Fucking fantastic.
Well, I will double that. Yeah.
If you couldn't tell, I'm smitten with joy right now.
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, I think I'll be picking that up.
Yeah.
It's funny you should mention that, actually, because I was thinking about, I'm still waiting for that new Megadeth album. I think it's going to be kind of interesting. I'm leaving it at that, but I keep thinking that, but I don't want to keep beating a dead horse. But having said that, I was reading about Megadeth lately.
Rust in Peace is a true story of groundbreaking anti-pop that was moving toward the mainstream, or the mainstream that was moving toward the band, at a time of great cultural change, power, ego, drugs, and other vices that went hand in hand with rock and roll.
Okay, cool. And not to diminish the book or the impact, but I mean, how is that new?
There's a foreword written by Slash.
Okay. Fair enough. Slash, really?
Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly what he had to do with that, but
I mean,
he was around at the time.
He wouldn't have been a supporting act. of Megadeth. I don't think Guns N' Roses and Megadeth didn't really sound like. I mean, I see it, but I mean, it's not really.
Meanwhile, Megadeth have been working on their new studio album with bassist David Ellefson, reporting earlier this month that it was sounding insanely progressive.
Yes. I keep hearing little snippets, little optimistic, little bites of optimism. You know, that makes me think. Yeah, you know, I think this might actually be something. I'm hoping it'll actually be something, and different too. Not like. I mean, it's not going to be that outlandishly different, but I mean, I'm kind of expecting something.
Okay, so there's. I guess that's going to be the cover.
Rust in Peace.
So it's actually, it looks like it's a Dave Mustaine autobiography focusing on Rust in Peace.
Okay. New York Times best-selling author of Mustaine. Dave Mustaine. Yeah. Okay, so what I was reading recently was kind of like about the whole, you know, being fired from Metallica thing and just the drama that was, you know, all the shit that he was pulling at the time. And so apparently, you know, he now he started going to like AA meetings, like 12-step meetings, and then became like a born-again Christian. And then Dave Mustaine, yeah. And then now I guess he's not really doing the recovery thing and like owns a line of beer and a winery. Oh. Which whatever. I mean, don't judge me. I guess he's doing like moderation, or if he can do it, cool. That's fine. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the full story. Obviously, I wasn't there. It kind of takes a special something, I think, to call a book Mustaine.
Well, congrats, you know? Dave, because beer sells and who's buying?
Hey, which reminds me, there's still a can of Iron Maiden beer I got sitting in my cooler right now.
Yeah.
In my little mini fridge. I think it's called like the Trooper. I can't remember.
Yeah. The Trooper.
Is it called the Trooper?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just know that it's got the I think it's probably supposed to be some kind of British ale.
And I know like a guy
a couple variations
I've played with, we're good
IPA
friends with,
something.
in different bands that have been in these cats in Homa, Smoke.
Oh yeah, those guys. I heard of, yeah.
It's a pretty, I mean, because they got a pretty cool little scene over there.
Uh-huh.
It's not very big, but it's close and it's tight. And apparently one of their buddies has a brewery, and Smoke has their own beer.
Do they really?
I drank it. It's pretty
really?
good. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm fucking right.
All right. Smoke beer.
Mm-hmm.
Is it smoky?
No, it's just ale.
All right.
You know.
Fair enough. All right.
No, actually, I think it was a lager. But
It's a lager. All right. Oh, fuck right, dude.
Yeah.
Well, why not? You know, if you can do it.
Well, I mean, Jesus, they've been together for got to be 15 years now. 10 years, at least. At least 10 years. And, you know, like I said, I don't know, but the fan base, the scene in Home is not very big, but it's pretty loyal.
Okay.
And that's just what they do out there.
I gotcha.
Every other weekend they get together, and they just like, there's probably about, I would say about 10 or 15 guys that compromise matched all the metal bands in Home. You know.
Gotcha. Okay. So they just get together and they drink and they jam.
And they play metal.
They play music.
It's fabulous. They have a lot of fun at Home with them guys.
And
they have
sounds
their own
like a
beer.
living to me.
They have their own beer, and it's great.
Huh. Dude, I mean, so I still fantasize about like, collecting some capital somehow and putting a bid in for the old 40 Arpent premises. Mm-hmm. Just a few, just a number of blocks from here, closer to the river, but still, it'd be a nice pipe dream, to be able to just like, operate a place like that. I wouldn't even care, dude. I'd just break even, I don't give a fuck. I just like throw some money in there, again, I'd have to get it first, but, put a brand name on it and just let it just kind of like float on by. But it would be a place to hang out and a neat thing to do and something to chisel on my tombstone. If I were to have the the arrogance, in my opinion, that it takes to just be buried, as opposed to. Well, I mean, honestly, I think I'd just assume be tossed off a cliff or something like that.
Oh, I want to be buried.
Sky burial. You want to be buried?
Oh, yeah.
In the ground?
Oh, yes.
The whole shebang, casket, and all
And
that.
to the earth I shall return.
Okay. Well, you're gonna wind up there one way or the other.
Yeah.
Um.
I guess it depends on how you die.
Hmm.
I may not hear that option.
Blasted off into the sun.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Who knows? Oh, but that's cool. I'll pick it up.
Very, 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 very excited about this.
Okay.
Love it.
One slight criticism: masterpiece should be spelled master Peace, as in rest in peace. Peace sells what he was buying. Just a little extra something.
Masterpiece?
Masterpiece, yeah, it was called like the
oh yeah.
Rest in Peace,
the
based or
Masterpiece,
whatever,
yeah.
or their masterpiece.
Nobody would get that.
Well, I would find
I
it
guess,
mildly
yeah.
amusing. Dave, would you please rename your book, or respell it for little old me? No, dude, I dig it. I'd give it a gander. I'd load it up onto my my Kindle or whatever.
Deftones announced a new album.
Deftones.
Linkin Park, don't care. Devin Townsend, I don't know about that guy. Some of his stuff is kind of good, and I like the collaborations he does, because some of the musicians that he uses that I really like, but I don't know, man.
I was actually just like yesterday or the day before, listening to some of the shit that he was doing. It is kind of all over the place, though.
It is.
Which makes it a little hit or miss, depending on your taste. The shit that I was listening to is a little bit more almost, I don't know, I don't know, maybe progressive with a little, what would you call? Okay, here's a question: How would you classify what a band like ISIS did? You know what I mean? Or like Neurosis or any of the bands that just kind of followed their lead.
Yeah, I guess it would. It's kind of, but it's kind of hard because now I would put them as post metal.
Yeah.
But that they did that before post metal really existed.
Well,
I guess they kind of wrote the genre on that.
I guess. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm.
So it's hard to describe people who. It would be post. They kind of made that genre.
So Devin Townsend was doing something that was kind of blend of that stuff with a little epic operatic kind of stuff, kind of minimalistic actually. Like he wasn't like freaking shredding and guitar wanking all over the place. It was fairly simple and tasteful. I mean, well done, well performed, really well performed.
Well, like I said,
as a vocalist too.
Yeah, and I like a lot of the things he does. It's just like I said, I guess it's a little too scattered for me.
Well, he is kind of all over the place. Kind of like Buckethead.
Yeah,
like he does like a lot of shit.
Right.
Some of it is kind of weird. Some of it is a little.
Mr. Bungle announces their first album in 21 years.
Oh, okay. That's news to me.
And good, because you'll probably enjoy this.
Okay.
Let me get to the people.
The personnel?
Yeah.
All right.
Mike Patton, Trey Spruance, Trevor Dunn, joined by Dave Lombardo and Anthrax's Scott Ian.
Get out on Mr. Bungle.
Yeah, there's
I could see that.
There's
Scott Ian's a little bit of a surprise, but
yeah.
What the fuck? Wow.
I remember when at first Mr. Bungle, and I didn't know what to make of it because it was just wacky as fuck. I mean,
a lot of the shit that dude did was
but apparently
wacky as fuck.
Mike Patton is a wacky as fuck kind of guy.
Well, I mean, yeah. Had you heard that that Naked City stuff?
What?
It's it's kind of like
Oh, like yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were on Ipecac, which is his
I
record
remember
label.
Naked City, yeah. Sure.
And I mean,
how can you not?
I mean,
you hear it once and you never forget it.
Mr. Bungle was kind of like their own thing, and Naked City was their own thing. But it was like this strange avant-garde, kind of like in between, like art and. Here we go, genrifying everything again. I don't know, art, but
Genre.
noisy and chaotic and just silly and wacky. And I don't know if it was noise for the sake of noise, but it sure was noisy. Mr. Bungle was a little more tasteful, though, but still fucking insane. But yeah, but they're putting out a new album, huh? First in 20 years. No shit.
Yeah, 20. I
Guess so, huh? I seen them once.
Time flies.
Yeah. I think it was House of Blues. I seen them. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up though. That's the thing that I think sometimes some of that shit is. It's almost like there was a time and there was a place for certain acts, certain bands, certain types of music that you listen to.
Oh, here we go.
And then that time has gone.
Manowar X. Carl Logan faces 25 years in jail after admitting downloading child pornography.
Yeah, I did hear that. Manowar. That's that was a real manly band, wasn't it?
Man of War. War.
War. Fuck, okay. I got no comment for that. Okay, he's arrested. He did dumb shit.
Yeah, I don't really understand it either.
Yeah.
Sorry, kids do nothing for me.
Is that Megadeth right there?
Yeah, this is just the producer,
Rest in
Mike
peace,
Klink.
lineup.
I couldn't have predicted the success of Rust in Peace. Well, I'm sure nobody could have, but whatever. Seems like a nothing story.
Well, Marty Friedman's doing some shit still, isn't he? Like orchestrating, composing like commercials in Japan or something.
Soundtracks and shit like that. And, yeah.
I don't know what he's doing, man. But I mean, he's excellent talent for that band. What he contributed to that fucking album, dude, was phenomenal. I mean, it's one of those things like we're just gonna keep bringing it up, and it's never gonna get old.
No,
you know what I mean? Hey, here
we go.
Listen to Tornado, episode 234, and by the way, Rest in Peace was the fucking master.
I listened to Tornado Souls today.
I was listening to it within the last 7 days.
I listened to it today.
Like I said, re-listenable. I mean, the replay value on that fucking album is insane. And it's not quite like you're picking up something new every time you listen to it, because you listen to it so many times it's not exactly a nuanced album. Because it's there, but I mean, it's almost like you appreciate it in a different kind of way. I don't know if that makes sense.
It's just like the first time I really realized that was like Sepultura Arise, another fantastic fucking album.
Yeah.
Okay, we've talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
Now, see, when I used to listen to it, I listened to it 100 fucking times. I could pretty much go through that entire. I can hum you that entire album from beginning to end right now. Probably.
Yeah.
But like, I would like sit in my room and like pretend like I was Igor. And I could make a song and just focus in on the kick drum. Mm-hmm. Like the kick drum was a song to me.
Right.
Like I didn't even hear any of the other shit. It was just the kick drum.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking fantastic.
No, I hear you, dude. I mean, it was really well orchestrated, and I think that that speaks to. Well, I'm not going to compare that to Rust in Peace, that aspect of it,
No, but I mean, Jesus, look what Nick Menza did on that album. It's fucking incredible, man.
Oh, that's what I was gonna look up, dude, because he was in on
It's fucking incredible.
3 albums. No, 4. Rust in Peace to Cryptic Writings in '97, which I'm not even
but he
familiar
really
with.
had his shit together for Rust in Peace. I mean, he played with the riffs so well. All his fills, everything just went. He played with the guitar so well. It's just fucking masterful.
Absolutely, he didn't upstage anything.
No, everything he did was tasteful.
Uh-huh.
It was perfect.
So,
And much like Igor
Major
for
Christmas
Arise,
song.
I mean, I can't imagine him playing any other way than what he did for that album. You know?
well, so I didn't. All right, dude. I'll be perfectly honest. I did not really listen to a whole lot of Megadeth after Rust in Peace. I mean, I've listened to. I mean, I heard some of the songs that were, kind of like the, I don't know if they're singles or whatever. The hits that came off of the MTV hits.
Yeah.
And all that shit.
Buzz clips. Buzz clips.
Yeah, the buzz clips.
Oh.
Whatever. Euthanasia, Countdown to Extinction. Countdown Extinction was 2 years later, followed by Euthanasia. And
Was it just like the Pied Piper
yeah,
led the rats through the streets? And then
Symphony
there was
of
that
Dis-
other one.
yeah, Symphony of Destruction.
What was it?
Which wasn't good, man. I mean, I didn't like that song. I thought it was just kind of like, I don't know, lame. I mean,
99 Ways to Die. There was that one.
same thing. I didn't really like that.
There's another one too.
I don't know, but I mean, I let them be representative of everything that they did after it, and I
we
wasn't
actually
impressed.
talked about this in one of the last podcasts. There was a time for all that stuff. Like you kind of move on, I guess, because I think everybody like after Danzig 3 just went like, okay, that's enough. But no, Danzig 4 came out and it was really good. Mm-hmm. If you haven't listened to Danzig 4, listen to Danzig 4. It's just as good as 2 or 3. I think it's really closer to 2. It's kind of a mixing between 2 and 3. Mm-hmm. Danzig 4 was awesome. Nobody knows about it. Nobody even knows it exists. This is a really good album.
So what do you think happened there? You think
I
it
don't
just
know.
didn't capture, like it was like maybe past their...
I guess so.
Their time
It's just,
kind of thing,
Yeah,
or-
I guess so. I mean, I don't
When
know
that
how
when
else
that
to
come out?
explain it.
I'll look that up right now.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Danzig.
Because like Danzig 3 came out in a weird time. Because if you remember, Mother, the first Danzig album came out in '88, and that was a really good album anyway. I don't know why it didn't make the list because we kind of forgot about it. But anyway, that was a really great album, and I guess it was just too personal for me because I'm just a big Glenn Danzig fan. Mm-hmm. And then like MTV, I guess it was 95.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, or 96. It was like this resurgence of Mother. There was like live takes of it, and it was of that song.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, this song came out in '88.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And then right after that, Danzig 3 came out. When did Danzig 3 come out?
All right, here we go. Danzig 3 was 92.
Okay.
Danzig 4 was 94. Thrall Demon Sweat Live
Yeah, I had it.
which is where Mother 93 came out
Okay,
of.
Mother 93.
So
that's
it was
right.
in between 3 and 4.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about.
So like this resurgence of that song that everybody liked came out in '88, but it kind of hit in like '92, '93, and then 3 came out, so everybody knew about 3. Mm-hmm. And 3 had some good stuff on it. It wasn't 1 or 2 by any stretch. But then it's like, okay, and everybody just kind of went, okay, well, that's it, because I guess because 3 didn't hit like Mother did when that came out in '88. But
Yeah.
I don't know. But and then 4 came out, and 4 is really good.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure where that came off of. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, let's look up this little band right here, because I'm curious where this album right here, released in 1993, Typo Negative's Bloody Kisses.
Yeah.
I had dude, I mean, I kind of remember that time in my life where it just seems like the kind of like the goth thing.
Oh, everybody was vampires.
I mean, it was okay. So like it was.
I remember that time. Absolutely.
Goth was one thing, like when it was in the 80s, because it was all like Susie and the Banshees and fucking Joy Division and fucking 80s new wave kind of stuff, But goth kind of transformed into kind of like a heavier thing, I think, in the 90s. And it became like, if you were gothic, you were, at least with our generation.
9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, you kind of get that. It was more like that industrial thing. In fact, my old fucking roommate was one of those cyber goths. Are you familiar with that at all?
No.
Oh, shit.
What is that?
Well, what it is, Troy, is the thing that I'm about to tell you right now. So what it is this. It's cybergoth. Is what it sounds like, dude. It's like like the Matrix kind of. She used to she had like dark hair. Pretty sure it was dyed.
I'm struggling. Hang on.
All right. So she was like all
God flesh too heavy?
probably.
A little lower than God flesh. Okay.
I'm thinking like real electronica kind of stuff in terms of like music, but like the image, like
what was that fucking fire breather?
What was that?
Fire starter.
Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Yes. Oh my.
Is that what we're talking about here?
No, I don't even know. Well, again, I'm not sure the degree to which what I'm talking about is tied to music. I just know that was like a visual variation of gothic, whatever, and it was cyber goth. And I don't know. I kind of tried to stay the hell away from her for the most part. I just know that she dressed like with a lot of like shiny leather, a lot of neon highlights on that shit. She had like a little computer screen thing that was attached to her fucking leather corset. And she would go out on the weekends and fucking, it had like little LED digital readout thing. It was a costume thing. It was like...
Did you push any of her
No,
buttons?
I didn't push any of her fucking buttons. She ate all my goddamn ice cream. Joni, I'm going to kill you if I ever see you again for eating my ice cream
and that
30
was the
years
thing,
ago.
like my experience with goths, because I mean, we're kind of closely related, I guess, being metal, but like...
there was crossover.
I liked the way they looked. And that was about it, maybe.
Yeah.
But it depended. It depends. It's hold on, back up there.
All right.
Pump the brakes. Like the makeup is where I drew the line. The fucking white face and the extravagant makeup. That's where I was like, nah. Because like I don't really like makeup on, like a lot of makeup anyway, because it's like I don't like the way it feels or tastes.
Blazing the Northern Sky, 1992.
That's but they wasn't listening to that.
No, they wasn't listening to that. I'm just saying, but there's something going on here, in the early 90s, where there's this darkness that was kind of like in your face.
I know, but like, when you
Danzig and Typo was
kind
of like there, and then so was 9 Inch Nails.
Okay, I hate the fucking
which is fine. I'm not knocking that at all, dude.
But
I mean,
other than that, and I had combat boots on and shit like that. Okay?
I'm guilty of that lame ass bullshit too.
When one of them fuckers walked into the room with the fucking 1,100 earrings in their fucking face and all the fucking makeup and shit in their fucking hair and shit, you're like, Get your finger out of your ass to figure it out, dude.
Now you're
The
taking
fuck?
it too far, sir or madam or anywhere in between.
Just fucking figure it out.
Well, you know, as soon as they start like setting their faces on fire in our band room, dude, that's
Right.
where we draw the fucking line. Then again, I'm pretty sure we would invite that again. I don't know, we might have, but God damn it, Troy, go ahead and tell it again.
Because it's a really good fucking story, and this whiskey is starting to work really good.
Oh Christ,
So, you know, they got some larceny up there.
larceny. Roll with it, Troy.
Delete that, bleep that fucking product drop.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, hold on, let me make a note of that. Bleep 46 minutes.
So there
ago.
was a guy, he was a gothic kind of guy, and I mean, when we were in the first band that we were in, we were just straight up death metal, and we had quite a few pretty devout followers, actually. More than you would think, I guess, in this little bitty town, I guess. But anyway, at the sheds that we've referred to a lot, that's where we practice at. And there was a guy that used to hang out with us, and it's like, okay, it's kind of cool, whatever. We're going to practice and do our thing, and you can hang out if you want. And that's kind of how the relationship kind of was. We didn't hang out with him outside of the sheds. But,
at shows and stuff, you know.
yeah, it shows. But, I mean, I guess he would bring some friends sometimes, and we didn't give a fuck. It was a party out there anyway. And one particular night, I think me and Tim were working on a song. We were in the back of the shed by the drum riser, and we were pounding out a part or something, or writing something or whatever. And he's out in the parking lot. We could see him, you know. And he's got this thing. He's blowing fireballs. So you're supposed to do it with lamp oil, but I guess he was just using. I don't know what the fuck he was using. Maybe it
I know what he was using.
What was he using?
Everclear, Troy.
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
The very thin,
So
dribble down your face Everclear.
Yeah, so when he was blowing a fireball, it was kind of cool. He did it a few times, and then I guess one time when he did it, it dribbled down his chin.
As Everclear
and
does.
It caught on fire, and it caught his face on fire. And as tragic as you think that might be, it was actually one of the funniest things I ever saw in my life. And it wasn't the fact that his face was on fire. It was the motions of him punching himself in his own face in the attempt to put the fire out.
That was the clincher right there. That was the punchline.
And the
Literally,
panic. It was more like a... one of those things. And me and Tim just laughed until we cried. We didn't go and help him. We just watched him punch himself in the face trying to put the fire out.
Well,
It was just funny.
I gotta say, the moment itself really wasn't very long. I mean, you were laughing, but I mean, by the time you hit the floor, and you know,
well,
tickled your first funny bone, it was over.
Ended up being okay.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really. I mean, nothing.
He ended up being fine, other than some bruises in his face from him punching himself.
I mean, it wasn't Freddy Krueger or anything after that. It was not like even a first-degree burn. It was nothing. It was superficial.
But anyway, you might be
most.
losing a little hair there. But after it was over and it was okay, me and Tim just looked at him like that was the greatest thing I ever saw in my life.
Well, I mean, considering we're still talking about it like 20 years after the fact.
Yeah.
Wow, probably more than that, actually.
No, we were probably like, what, 18, 19 years old? Maybe a little older than that.
Yeah, probably around that, though.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. It was a while back. But, you know, exercise caution when breathing
And it's
fire
still funny
in
today.
Arabic. I mean...
Punching yourself in the face to put the fire out is great.
I mean, what choice do you have at the moment?
Whirlwind
you know?
of fists. Just, I'm going to punch the fire.
The river is all the way across on the other side of the street.
Because everybody knows if you punch fire, it goes out.
You know, if I were to be like perfectly honest about it, I think it was more like a slap.
Yeah.
Well, more surface area. You know, you can if you're punching, you know, you can't put a fire out with a needle. You know, you need a nice smothering action.
Well, it's just, you know, the poor kid realized, holy fuck, my face is,
My
on,
face
fire.
is on fire.
And it was just absolute panic.
Well, you can't You can't blame a brother for panicking when your face is on fire.
Well, you play with fire.
Yeah, exactly. And anyway, point is, I mean, that there's probably some kind of like cultural shit that was going on that allowed for, Danzig to resurrect the song 5-6 years after the fact,
Yeah, and
all
I'm
of a
not
sudden.
really sure, and I think it came from live shows because I remember the resurgence of it, which is 93.
Right.
Mother 93. The MTV Buzz Clip video was a live performance. A modern live, it wasn't a performance from 88. It was a live performance of Danzig
That's
doing
right.
Mother in 93. So, and then like the big hit right after that was Dirty Black Summer off of Danzig 3.
Was that afterwards? Was that on? Yeah, on the how? Yeah. The Gods Kill. Yep, there it is. Track 5, Dirty Black Summer.
Yeah. Dirty Black Summer.
Yeah. Wow, dude, we just took a trip down Black Leather Lane.
Yeah.
Just now.
I said, I mean, if they didn't have like all the shit in their face and the makeup, I was like, man, it's kind of hot. Like the way they dressed and stuff, and tattoos and stuff like that. It's hot. But, but like when they go with the makeup, I can't.
I remember.
It's like, when the dudes come in with fucking eyeliner, it's like, because like even like the whole '80s fucking thing, that cock rocking fucking '80s thing. I was never into any of that shit. I could tell you exactly what I was listening to when that was going on. Now, Guns N' Roses kind of had a little bit of that when they first came out.
In the early, yeah. Like,
a little bit of it, mainly just kind of maybe Axl, maybe. But the music surely wasn't cock rocking. The music was good. But I was listening to Beastie Boys.
Oh, yeah.
License to Ill.
Yeah.
Bitch. And I wore that fucking tape out. Mm-hmm. I played so much I broke it and I bought another one.
Wow. Dedication, man.
I can recite you that fucking album beginning to end right fucking now. It's the Bob Rock fucking thing.
Rick Rubin?
No, Rick Rubin, I'm sorry.
Rick Rubin, yeah.
Rock.
Well, man, we could do a whole episode on Rick Rubin.
Yeah. He was doing like Seasons in the Abyss, Blood Sugar Sex Magic from like Red Hot Chili Peppers, and like maybe some U2 album all at the same fucking time. What the fuck?
I don't know, man. I mean, and he's still. I mean, I think I've seen recent footage of him, like in interviews and shit, just doing, like, living the life of Rick. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine, dude?
Man,
the fucking faces, the hands you've shaken, the fucking.
I'm the god of modern music.
Jesus.
No, it was even something weirder. What year was Look this up. What year was fuck? What did I just say?
Blood Sugar Sex Magic, U2, Season of the Abyss, Rock.
What year was Seasons in the Abyss?
I think that was 88.
No, it had to be later than that then. Well, look.
No, it wasn't 88. Hold up. 90. October 1990.
See if you can find maybe just Rick Rubin.
Okay.
I want to see the shit that he produced in that time.
Like around the same time as Seasons?
Because I think he was doing like a rap album too.
Grammy Awards. No, these are awards. Fuck. Where do you find discography? Praise, criticism, Frick. Oh, here we go. Rick. There's his. Jesus fucking Christ,
oh, no,
dude.
It's huge. It's huge. I knew that.
90. Okay.
So he did Seasons in the Abyss.
Yeah.
He did Danzig 2. He did Black Crows. He did Ghetto Boys.
Did Trouble. Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Well, that was in 91.
Yeah.
And he did Decade of Aggression. That's my favorite fucking Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, he was doing Ghetto Boys, Danzig, and Slayer, and Red Hot Chili... Well, no, Red Hot Chili Peppers was later. He was doing all that shit at the same time.
That was 91. Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
So yeah, that was probably right around the same time.
Yep. Between the years of 1990 and 91.
So in 92, he was doing Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Right. Danzig 3.
Danzig 3. Andrew Dice Clay.
More Chili Peppers. Mick Jagger, mind you. Joan Jett. Tom Petty. Well, I mean, it was the greatest hits album. Digital Orgasm. Johnny Cash. I'm not really sure what that is. More Mix-a-Lot. Divine Intervention. He did Wildflowers, dude. Tom Petty.
Wow.
He did Wildflowers.
While he was doing Divine Intervention for Slayer.
Yeah.
And Sir Mix-a-Lot.
And Lords of Acid.
And Danzig 4.
And 2 other Chili Peppers albums. Ballbreaker, AC/DC. Fuck. Undisputed Attitude. 9 Inch Nails.
So imagine that, going from fucking Sir Mix-a-Lot to Danzig. To Slayer. The Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Lucinda Williams. Sheryl Crow.
Fucking dude's a genius.
Dude, this goes on and on, man. Jesus. When was the most recent thing? He did the Avett Brothers. Santana, Smashing Pumpkins, Eminem, Billy Corgan, Avett Brothers. Ye. He did the Ye. Life of Pablo. Ye. Wu-Tang. Damien Rice. I don't like that dude. Ed Sheeran, Peppers, Lady Gaga, Linkin Park, Eminem,
ZZ Top.
Kanye again. Yeah.
Dude's
So,
fucking
I mean, all over the fucking place, you know. I mean, some pretty big albums, obviously.
But how do you do
big
that at the
acts.
same time? That's my point.
I don't know. I guess he knows how to manage his
Because
time.
literally, he was walking into a studio with Slayer going, okay, do this and do that, change, whatever, and then go right next door somewhere else into the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Right.
And turn Flea up. We need more Flea. More bass. Bass is going to drive everything for this band.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Now I'm thinking about it, not to be stepping backwards here, but I mean, imagine what he would have done for Metallica.
Yeah, right.
Particularly in Justice for All.
I guarantee it wouldn't have been fucking mixed that way.
Nope. Well, anyway. Yeah. Interesting shit. So, yeah, I mean, we all still wear plenty of black, and that's just the thing. But I don't think that's quite the same as the kind of shit that we were talking about in the early 90s. But
no, I remember that because when you brought up Type O, because I remember there was this whole vampire thing.
Blah.
Yeah, I want to suck your blood.
Yeah.
And we used to make fun of them.
We made fun of them because we didn't understand them.
Well,
That's what it was.
That's probably true. I'll admit to that.
Well, then again, I mean, it's not like I really personally knew too many folks like that, aside from...
Maybe if we had taken the time to get to know them.
We could have gotten along. I don't know. Well, I mean, too prideful and arrogant at the time.
I could be wearing 11 fucking earrings in my face.
I'd like to think none of those guys are really doing the same shit nowadays, but then again, you never know.
Worse yet, I could have that horrible fucking thing where they stretch out their fucking earlobes and then they take it out, and it's this flap of fucking nut skin hanging off their fucking side of their face.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Spaghetti ears.
Pass.
Well, I remember going to the Whirling Dervish, and
Sure.
Christ, spent many nights there.
In the front.
Too many nights there. Yeah, in
Close
the
to
front.
the
I wasn't
door.
exactly doing all the whole
That happened in the back. We were close to the door where the Guinness was flowing.
Back behind Mark. I never crossed Mark unless I had to go to the bathroom.
Right. 10-4.
Yeah. Mark, go ahead and keep playing your shit, you know? But I mean, I kept thinking to myself, I remember musing to myself a number of times, like, I wonder what these guys like look like, you know, if there's not a lot of people going out, you know, they're just kind of spending a weekend or like a Saturday night chilling on their couch, watching TV, eating Doritos. Do they still have the fucking metal all over their face, or did they just kind of let that go for a little bit?
I don't know.
So for the night, you know, just wearing pajamas or like, flannel pants.
Well, they can let it go because I mean,
or do they still
well,
you know,
flip it around.
get all
You have, like this hanging in your
Right.
ear.
Well, I mean, there's not much you can do about that.
You let that go, it's just a fucking.
Unless you tie a string, you know, and kind of pull it up like blinds, you know. And
Does
then
it ever go back? I know it does at some point, but there's got to be some point where you stretch it out so much it's not going to go back.
gosh, shit. I mean, I don't think I really know too many people who. I mean, George kind of has, you know, little things.
Yeah, but if you like gauge it out to like your finger or whatever, it'll go back.
Right. It's not like,
But like
it's it's just a dangling noodle on the side of your ear, dude. I mean, it's not.
Fuck me, dude.
I can't help but wonder, does that affect your hearing at all?
I wouldn't.
Because it kind of it's built to sort of like channel sound. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Guess you can always grab one of them fuckers by it and just like, come here. That's what I always wanted to do. I'm like, why would you? Because like that was like, why would I have that? That was if I got into a scrap. That's like somebody would like.
Oh God!
If I got in a fight with, that's the first thing I would do. I would grab that fucking thing.
This fish hook his dangling earlobe.
Yeah, I mean it's obvious what you would do. You know.
Well, yeah, but so don't do that. How about that?
Don't do that.
Don't do that shit.
Fuck.
Weird fucking shit, man. I don't know. I mean, you know, the whole body mutilation thing. I mean, it's not like it's nothing new. It's not like
no,
it's
God
something
no.
new.
But I mean, I don't know. I got a couple of.
I mean, yeah, tattoos. But I mean,
quite honestly, I really don't give a fuck about them now.
Yeah.
I guess they kind of meant something to me a little bit when I got them done. But I got these two and this horrible fucking thing. And I don't give a fuck. If I never had them, if they were really easy to get rid of and cheap to get rid of, I would probably get rid of them. Honestly. I don't give a fuck about tattoos.
Yeah.
Because there was a point in time when me and Tim were getting tattoos.
Right.
That it was like not a whole lot of people had tattoos. Now everybody's got fucking tattoos, so it's like, well, then I don't fucking want. It's almost like the beard thing. I'm getting ready to shave my beard off because now everybody's got fucking beards now.
Oh,
so it's
no.
like, okay, now the beard's got to go.
Uh-oh. Well.
I have to be different.
Well, I heard. What is going on with it's disconnecting from the camera? Connects, guys.
Is the camera still going?
Gotta hope so.
I don't see a red light.
Was there a red light before?
I think.
I never even really noticed. I was looking at the screen. Like just a minute ago, it stopped.
Is this thing on?
Hello? Hello?
Well, Pro Tools is still recording the audio, just saying.
I mean, it looks like it's still...
On a 2007 fucking Mac.
Really? The thing
with
is that
like
old?
a 2005 interface.
And not a single component replaced in 13 years now?
Still going.
Wow, all right. Well,
Chugging.
More like
Chugling.
standing on its last leg, man.
Keep on chugling.
Well, that hardware is fucking... Well, I mean, I guess...
Did you want to talk about vocals?
Fuck, we'll have to wait till next episode, dude.
Really? Have we gone an hour already?
Yeah. 1 hour.
Yeah. Hour and 3, huh?
Yeah, something like that. It's all good. Fucking save it for next time. I'll make a note of it.
You can make a note of it.
Episode 32. Whenever. I don't know. I thought that was there was something to kind of... Because I was listening to Gorefest on the way up here. Yeah, I just think he's a little bit of an underrated
No, but that's a
vocalist.
good topic. We'll hit that. We'll hit that next time.
We'll hit that dummy next time we record. Hopefully all of our equipment will be intact after this fucking thing. It could be nothing, man. It could whatever. I mean,
Fujiwhara.
you don't know. Yeah, dude. You when that Yokohama happens next week, we'll see. I will say, I mean, we've been hit by 2 back-to-back hurricanes,
Yeah.
but we've never been caught in a crossfire before.
Right.
That's a little different, at least within my lifetime.
Oh, we fuck you again. Fujiwhara.
What is it again? Fuji.
It's
All right.
F-U-G-I
I've got the power of the internet right here.
W-H-A-R-A.
And I'm asking you.
I don't know how. Fujiwhara.
Fujiwhara
And I'm
Effect.
saying it like that because I know how they pronounce their R's.
No, I mean, I believe you, dude. It's like right. It's right. Well, there you go. Fujiwara.
Isn't it the Fujiwhara?
What would happen if 2 storms met in the Gulf of Mexico? We'd drink a lot, I'll tell you that.
They did the Fujiwhara Effect.
Okay, we'd fucking drink a lot no matter what,
Right.
you know. The hurricane party is a thing. All of you listeners from Nebraska. Look at that. Yeah, Typhoon, Parma, and Malor. They're like characters off of Star Trek, right? Parma, Malor, or whatever. Yeah, the Fujiwhara Effect. Fujiwhara, or binary interaction. Named after Sukohei Fujiwara, a Japanese meteorologist who initially described the
Oh,
effect.
it's after a little person.
I know. I was kind of hoping it was like it actually means like fucking cross-eyed demon or something.
Right.
And fucking like Japanese, but no, he's probably like some little dude who's like a meteorologist. What was the name of that dude? He's like I don't know. He's not like, I don't want to compare him to Nash Roberts, but he's a meteorologist I think in Florida. Oh, I can't fucking remember his name, but he's like super good at just like telling people exactly what's going on. And I can't remember his fucking name.
Shit. Couture. Cantori.
Cantori?
Jim Cantori.
Jim Cantori.
Yeah.
How do you? Oh, here we go.
So
No, that's not the dude, but I'm curious who he is. Jim
from the
Cantor.
Weather Channel?
No, it's Seals. Alan Seals, I think his name is.
Well, I know this about Jim Cantori. If Jim Cantori comes to your town, get the fuck out.
All right.
Because that motherfucker's going to be at ground zero. Okay? If a hurricane is coming and Jim Cantori, you see him in the fucking Weather Channel van, leave.
So I was thinking of this guy, Alan Seals. He's kind of like the what's his name? Who did Cosmos? Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's like the Neil Tyson of meteorology because he gets up there and he dumbs it down. He's an adult, but he does a good job of like explaining exactly what's going on and what's gonna happen. Now this dude, Jim Cantori.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember. Okay, so he's the guy with the blue.
Yeah.
He's another meteorologist. He's with the Weather
always at
Channel.
ground zero.
He's in the middle of the shit.
Oh, yeah.
So he's predicting the shit.
For
in the middle
Katrina,
of
he
the
was in
shit.
Biloxi. Okay?
Really?
Yeah.
Not a wise place to be.
Oh, no,
Or-
for him, that like I said,
Here
Cantori comes.
St. Louis.
Yeah. Fucking shit flying all over the place.
That was a cow just flew behind my head just now, like it was a fucking paper aeroplane.
No, that dude's always at ground zero. He
Okay.
knows where to be.
Fuck, man. Well, we're coming up on the 15th anniversary of Katrina. And I'm sure a lot of people are really happy to hear that and comfortable with the fact that there's 2 hurricanes coming up right around the 15th anniversary. Weather's a bitch, man. And it's just one of those things. You can't fuck with nature. Although, I'm still intrigued by that idea of, like, you ever heard about that thing where they were going to, they theorized if you set up an array of windmills in the fucking coast. This is idea. If you set up an array, I mean, it's I mean, we're talking a theoretical array, a huge, gigantic, massive array of fucking windmills to capture wind power, doing what they do, right? If a hurricane goes into the Gulf, if it's sufficiently engineered, right, it would pretty much absorb the energy of the hurricane and pretty much basically power the region for the entire summer.
How would it absorb the...
It's just, well, a hurricane weakens over land,
Well, yeah.
right? Because there's not moisture and uprising heat to energize it, to power it, right? Same thing. It's just running into an object, and if a strong enough, no matter how strong enough a thing is moving, if it runs into an object, it slows down.
The reason I'm
and stops.
asking because I happen to have I know quite a bit. Well, not really. I know quite a bit about them, but I've seen the windmills.
Okay.
Which we don't really see too much here. They're more prominent in the Midwest, I think.
You're talking about those massive fucking
Yes.
things.
Well,
yeah.
where I work at, there's a company that occupies one of our buildings that makes the blades for those gigantic fucking Midwestern...
I've seen those blades going down the river.
Yes, they
before.
come from where I work at.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
And yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much to turn them, but it's all gear driven.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think they're designed to speed up that much with incoming wind. I mean, they will to an extent, and they'll destroy themselves. I mean, if you've looked that up on YouTube, kind of like that Beirut thing, you want to see a fucking windmill fucking catastrophically fail? That's awesome.
Oh, I think I've seen that before.
It's great.
Yeah. But I hear what you're saying, and all that internal machinery still provides resistance. So it would so we're talking we were talking about resistance for right. Opposing forces.
No, you're right. It absolutely would provide resistance.
But I mean,
because it's only going to go so fast.
Right. But if you get enough, we're talking about a speculative and almost impossible to fund gigantic. It would be a titanic number of fucking windmills.
Yeah.
That would be set up just in the right way so that if it's approached, it would be. But I mean,
now that you bring that point up, I don't think it would really take that many.
Well, it depends on the hurricane, but
because now I'm thinking about it, it actually would provide quite a bit of resistance.
Well, as it gets closer, it's not like it's all at once. It approaches. Energy goes up.
Still, I think like if like a category
resistance.
3 or higher comes through, it's just going to destroy them. They're not going to handle. They can't handle
again. No. I'm just saying like it's
fiberglass.
I like the idea. I think it's a cool idea.
It's hollow fiberglass. They're not going to withstand a hurricane. They're just going to destroy.
Maybe they need to beef them up then.
Well. Yeah.
Like I said, it would be a logistic nightmare
to make them.
Right.
Because the company that actually makes them, they kind of proud of them of the way they make them because they have a lot of them that come from overseas, and actually a lot of them don't even make the boat ride. They break up and crack up and on the boat ride over.
Shit. Okay.
From that place that makes cheap things.
Right on.
Fujiwhara.
What?
So.
All right. Well.
Another crazy thing, and people in this region may not know this, but where the place that I shown that name where I work, but I think I've named it before. I work at fucking NASA.
Yeah. You mentioned
the
it
Michoud
before.
assembly facility. Entergy we have a lot of green space. When I'm talking about a lot, I mean. I don't know, I'm kind of weird at judging acres because I've never owned an acre. But I would have to say, let's see, that would be 43, that one building, I don't know, 300 acres of green space. Would probably be a good estimate. It's a lot.
Okay.
Or just open fields. Well, they started filling up a lot of that green space with solar panels.
All right.
Like when you see it and you drive by it and you keep going down the road and you keep looking at it and you're like, motherfucker, that's a lot of solar panels. It's a lot.
All right.
It's something for the city of New Orleans. I don't think we're not going to power anything on our facility from it, but I'm sure we're getting a rebate for letting energy, because our electricity bill is somewhere around it's over $1 million a month for our electricity usage from energy. So I'm sure we're getting a rebate for letting them put like 8,000 fucking. And honestly, if I really had to put a number on it, I would have to say there's rows. God, there's got to be 100 fucking rows of them. I would say it's at least 600 to 800 solar panels, and each one is probably almost the length of this room.
Oh shit.
Not quite as tall, as the ceiling, but they're probably about fucking 12 to 15 feet by 6 feet. I mean, so
This is
probably
like 20 feet at least.
Probably from there to that table, and about 6 to 8 feet high.
Okay.
And it's probably about 800 of them. Massive.
All right. Yeah. That's a lot of area.
It's just rows. It's like when you look at it, it's just fields of solar panels.
Creepy.
I don't know what it's what its intent is. I know by reading the sign, it's a conglomerate of energy and some other people for the city of New Orleans. I don't know what they're going to power with it.
I don't know either.
Harnessing the power of the sun.
Might as well, dude. Otherwise,
It's a pretty amazing
bunch of
feat
nothing.
when you see it. It's just, like I said, it's got to be at least 600 to 800 panels.
My bill's not getting any cheaper because of it.
Wow.
Although I recently got a rebate from Energy.
Oh really? Why?
Oh, I installed one of those one of those EV chargers, the electric vehicle chargers.
Yeah.
They'll give you like 250.
That came off your panel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Well,
Yeah.
it would have to,
Yeah. It's 220, but it's hardwired. It's great. Charge that shit up in like 4 hours or so. Yeah.
Sweet.
Higher amperage too, so it'll just like it'll be a little
Look,
cheaper in the long run.
I got a 2002 7.3 liter diesel, and I'm but look, recycling and I'm not a Green Deal type of person and all this stuff about the fucking environment. I kind of take George Carlin's stance where it's like, how arrogant are we to think that we can harm the planet? To me, it's a very arrogant kind of thing. But I think what we do does harm the planet in a certain way.
Well, maybe we piss it off. How about that?
Well, yeah, sure. But
We annoy.
You look at a lot of things like what we do to the oceans. It's just fucking not right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the main thing that I personally have a problem with, it's personal to me, is the deforestation. That really makes me angry.
Yeah.
I like trees.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, the first thing I wanted to be was a forest ranger. When I grew up, I wanted to be a forest ranger.
Oh, that's an interesting coincidence. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a forest.
And then I found out how much they made. Like, never
Well, Charles's dad just retired as a he was a park ranger over at the state park.
Oh, the benefits are great. Just
Yeah.
to pay shit.
Oh well, yeah, they made a decent living, raised a few kids, and fucking got to live right next to the park.
Well, yeah,
Pretty much in the
Like I
park.
said, the benefits are great.
Right. Give and take, man. Well, it depends if you like that kind of shit. I mean, if you're into nature, you can live out there and pretty much that's your day, you know?
But any type of shit like that, like wind power
Yeah.
and solar panels,
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's interesting
I think
shit.
recycling is a great idea, and I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Whether it really helps the planet or not, I just think it's a good, efficient process to do.
Absolutely. No, better than have that shit just kind of sit around. So
Right.
so there's a couple of Tulane kids who started this project while they were in school. They since graduated, but now they got this thing going on, and we're gonna go ahead and do it tomorrow. They got a couple drop-off locations. What they do is you donate the glass. All right. So all old beer bottles and fucking all our old bottles of booze,
Yeah.
they run it through these special machines, and they basically just grind it back down into sand.
Oh, well,
They take the glass and they just process it and grind it down into sand, and then they use that and turn it into wetlands restoration.
that's a great idea.
Here in the fucking, fucking Mississippi
that's a good
Delta,
thing.
because the whole fucking state is eroding and melting away.
Well,
so fucking why
And
not,
that's another
dude?
point. Like,
Why the fuck not?
Like
Do
after
it.
Katrina,
I'm all
a
about it.
lot of houses were demolished, a lot, and
Yeah.
a lot of them were slab houses, believe
Mm-hmm.
it or not, which is really kind of dumb in this area. But there's a lot of slab houses,
Yeah.
and they broke up all these slabs and just grinded them down to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, take those fucking chunks and go put them by the barrier reefs off of Grand Isle and build up the barrier reefs. That's one of our first lines of protection.
Oh, fucking
And
absolutely.
put them out there and build berms underneath to break the waves up in the storm surge. But
Yeah.
I guess that's too costly of a thing or whatever. But
I don't know.
I thought that was, why not use it?
No, man, gotta put
Waste
that
that
shit
one now.
back. Yeah. Put it back, man. I mean, I don't think that there's any political agenda to, just kind of like feeling connected to the land. I mean, I fucking love the property that we live on. I mean, it's not huge, but I mean, I just love fucking growing shit and eating that. It's like it's here. I'm using it for for purpose.
His backyard is awesome. by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
really nice.
Oh, we about to put a fence up on the front, and then everything from there back to where the fire pit is. It's gonna be all fucking vegetables and
Yeah.
gonna start a pepper garden,
Oh, yeah.
to say the least.
Those do great down here.
Oh god, dude, everything: habaneros, jalapenos, jalawhatsits,
We actually,
halawuzus.
we actually had
bell
those little,
peppers,
little pepper bushes and stuff growing around work.
Oh really?
People used to do them,
and
and they kind of survived. And like every once in a while, you just walk into some little corner at work, and then like, oh, fuck, it's a little pepper bush.
what kind of peppers are they?
Little red ones and the little yellows and greens. all
Oh, those
kinda
little
different-
tiny ones.
Yeah, those little peppers like about that. Like
Oh,
that
okay.
big.
All right.
They grow all over work.
Oh shit, dude. I mean, I want to grab a bunch of those, and just like Well, dude, my late.
You know what's easy to grow?
Huh.
Problemo. Fuck. Mexican shit.
Fuck.
Banana peppers.
I used to be able. I
They're banana peppers. The big ones.
those real pale green ones.
Yeah, and they're big.
Yeah.
Love them.
Poblano? Are those Poblano?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Those
cool.
are easy to grow.
Those are easy to grow.
Oh, easy to grow.
Well, buddy Chris lives. He's growing jalapenos in his backyard. He's just on the other side of. He's on Community, I think. It's a couple blocks
Dude,
back.
are there different types of fucking jalapenos?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, there might be. I don't know.
The reason I'm asking this is
Yeah.
because I'm gonna tell you something. There's a certain Mexican restaurant here which I don't really like going to.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't really like Mexican food.
All right.
I think that to me all this shit tastes the same, and like personally, I think they make all that shit with their feet. But that's neither here nor there. The kids like it, and the wife likes it, so I gotta go sometimes.
Let him eat it then. All right.
So typically what I do is I get the carne asada because it's just like steak and onions and like they put this roasted jalapeno on there.
Okay.
It's roasted, it's charred on outside. I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
jalapenos, it's no problem. I had that with my nachos, fucking no problem.
Right.
So, dude, I didn't even get into the seeds. I just took a little slice off the very end of it,
Mm-hmm.
put it in, I was in a fucking bind, son.
Oh shit.
I was hurting.
Oh boy.
I was panic. I felt it. It went down the right side because I could feel a burn going straight down to my stomach on the right side of my fucking esophagus.
Whoa.
I was in a fucking bind, son. I had to go to the bathroom. I thought I was gonna puke.
Oh my god. Dude. Well, okay, was this
a little sliver of the very end of the fucking jalapeno? Maybe it wasn't a jalapeno. Maybe it was a fucking green ghost pepper.
Maybe it was a chupacabra. I don't know. Chupacabra pepper. With the,
it looked like a fucking jalapeno to me.
My experience with jalapenos, though, is that you grab 5 jalapenos. They're going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's random. One of them's going to be hotter than the next. And it's just kind of.
Let me tell you what the one I got, motherfucker.
That was the number 5, I guess.
That motherfucker lit my ass up.
Well, if it don't burn you twice, it don't suffice, man.
Son of a bitch. Like I said, I had to get up and go to the bathroom. I thought I was going to puke. So I thought it was coming back up.
I mean, that was the only time you had it? Was that one day?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, I've eaten hundreds of jalapenos.
Sure.
But that one...
I mean, sometimes they just go down the wrong pipe, I guess. I was
in a bind, son.
Fuck.
A serious bind. I was almost in panic mode.
Well, you got to respect the peppers, man. You got to treat them like you'd like them to treat you.
They make that shit with their feet, the motherfucker.
Well, so an old coworker of mine, the late great, can't remember her name right now. I'm fucking dick. Anyway, gave me a whole bunch of like habaneros grew in the backyard, and I just held on to them for a long time. Put them in the freezer. They keep forever, Slice them up, put them in a little vinegar jar. Couple of maybe 1 or 2 cloves of garlic. Just fill it with vinegar. Just let it sit there in the refrigerator, right? Day 1, tastes like vinegar. Day 2, tastes like vinegar. Day 3, 4, 5, vinegar. About day 6 or 7, then all of a sudden you can taste the garlic, and the spice comes through. I'm like, oh fuck yes. And I didn't like smash and mince it all, really. I just kind of let it macerate there in the vinegar and just sit in the refrigerator about a week or so, dude. And some salt, A matter of fact, as I recall, I think I did half white vinegar, half apple cider vinegar, boiled it, threw that shit into the bottle and just let it sit for about a week. And I enjoyed a nice little bottle of just really it was homemade hot sauce.
Yeah.
Spicy, tasty vinegar is what it was. It's delicious. It was fantastic. It's the simplest thing ever.
The salsa over there is good because it's got.
We're gonna have to talk off camera about which place you're talking about.
And I do like that, but you ever have apple cider vinegar?
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, you mean like straight up?
Yeah.
Like I have actually, but
oh Lord.
I mean, it's got some punch.
That put me in a bind too, because I was trying to mix it with like water and take it. Whatever.
There's supposed to be like health benefits to it.
I'm drinking this big glass of this mixed shit and it tastes like crap. Man, fuck this. Why? If this is what I'm taking, let me just shoot it. That was a mistake. Who is that a mistake? Motherfucker.
I mean, it's acid,
Dude.
Pretty strong shit.
It was bad.
I'm sure it was. Did it have the mother floating around? Did it have the little fucking...
It had the mother in it. Whatever the fuck that means.
I don't know. It's something that happens in vinegar. I don't know what
fucking...
Some artifact of the fermenting process or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Fucking coagulated fucking bullshit in it. Floating around in it.
It's fucking...
Take that down.
That's the spirits who didn't survive the first time.
But it's kind of weird
to shoot
because
apple cider vinegar.
You're thinking it's like, well, apple cider vinegar. No. It's fucking vinegar is
still
what it
vinegar,
is.
Yeah.
You don't taste any apple or fucking cider in it. It's just fucking straight up fucking vinegar.
Now, I've had different vinegars before. Not a connoisseur or anything, but I mean, I've had different champagne vinegar.
Well, I do like a good vinaigrette.
Vinaigrette is fine.
That's the only salad dressing I like, actually.
Well, I've tasted this stuff. It's kind of like champagne vinegar, champagne gold vinegar, something like that. Dude. I'm assuming. I'm assuming. it's made because vinegar. I mean, basically, you get like a sugary water, like a fruit juice, grape juice, right? You let it ferment, becomes alcohol. You let it sit even longer, becomes vinegar. Right. So I'm assuming the champagne it was from white grapes and it was champagne.
Yeah.
Dude, this stuff
Really?
absolutely delicious. Not as harsh and sharp as vinegar, but white vinegar or apple cider or whatever. But I mean, it was just delightful.
Oh, I could take
So
white
delightful. So delightful.
I could take white vinegar, but that apple cider shit, motherfucker.
Well, this stuff is very gentle and pleasant and makes a fantastic salad dressing. Let me get my hands on that.
Just thinking about it.
All right. Let's call it a night. And then let's go induce vomiting after we hit stop. All right.
Goodbye, folks.
Yeah, you have a good evening, all right? Oh, wait, do it. 2, 1, now. Round number.
I can't find the person.
Help me, no! Body!